Most think winning an argument means out-talking or outsmarting the other person. But really, you don't win when someone feels defeated. You win when both lead stronger. By the end, I'll share the soul-centered shift that lets you win any argument without ever fighting. Welcome to Mastering Life's Adventures, where we combine spiritual psychology with practical tools to help you live from your true self. I'm Dr. Judith, coach psychologist, and in this space, we talk about ways to deepen love, communicate with courage, lead with insight, and grow your soul every day. Think of the last argument you had with a spouse, coworker, maybe a friend. Chances are both walked away with bruises, spoken or unspoken, because arguments rooted in ego create winners and losers. But arguments rooted in soul-created understanding, and understanding is the only real victory. This is where the law of harmony reveals itself. When two souls meet in that spirit of love, disagreements become a path to deeper connection. And here are some keys that I thought might help you. Number one, choose presence. Most arguments escalate because we react without pausing. The soul's way is to breathe, center yourself, and choose presence. This is invoking the sacred pause, that moment where you call upon the flame of divine peace within you to transmute reactive energy into responsive wisdom. Silence can disarm the storm faster than 100 sharp words. In that stillness, you become a conduit for infinite patience rather than a vessel for human emotion. 2. Listen to understand, not to reload. I call this soul listening. Recognizing that every person speaks to you carries a divine spark, seeking to be heard and honored. Instead of preparing your next combat while they talk, actually enter their world with compassion. People soften when seeing through the eyes of love. You don't lose ground by listening. You gain trust because the soul always recognizes when it's being truly witnessed. 3. Separate the person from the problem. Ego says they are the problem. Soul says we are facing a problem together. This is practicing discrimination, entry beyond the human personality to the eternal being beneath. When you shift the focus from blame to solution, you're applying the law of unity that reminds us we are all interconnected expressions of the same source. The argument stops being a battlefield and becomes a sacred collaboration where two aspects of the divine work together towards resolution. Number 4, hold dignity higher than dominance. When you crush someone with logic and still lose their respect, true winning means protecting the other person's dignity even when you disagree, because you recognize their inherent divine worth that can never be diminished by a disagreement. This is embodying the flame of honor, understanding that one conversation should never cost a soul's sense of sacred value. When you argue from this consciousness, you become a guardian of divine dignity rather than a warrior of personal victory. The greatest way to win an argument without fighting is this: aim for harmony, not victory. When your goal is not to dominate, but to connect two souls in divine understanding, you stop seeing arguments as wars and start seeing them as sacred invitations to grow in love, wisdom, and compassion. This is ascending to Christ consciousness, enough for the soul, a perfect balance, holding truth and love in equal measure. And here's the divine paradox. When we let go of winning and focus on honoring the I am presence, a higher source in both yourself and the other person, you often find you've gained the deepest respect and created a bond stronger. Remember, sacred presence, soul listening, divine partnership, and honoring dignity. These are the soul's instruments of peace. With them, you win without fighting. Here's a transformative question to carry with you. What if every argument you face is actually a divine test of your ability to hold space for two souls to find their way to higher truth together? An argument is not won when one side is silenced, but when both souls remember they are on the same team, the team of divine love seeking expression. If this message spoke to you, share it, reflect on it, and subscribe for more wisdom that helps you transform conflict into sacred connection.